Okay, so DN News on television. We are live here from the headquarters of the National Election Commission. So Sherry are here now, locking this place. The sheriff have come to lock this place. I'm told the National Election Commission here owing a vendor some money for the work he did for them, and since then they have refused to pay the vendor. On the basis of that, the vendor took them to court, and the court ruled in favor of the vendor and asked NEC to pay the vendor back his money, or they will seize the property here and then sell it and then pay the vendor his money. So this morning, Sherry already here locking the head office of the National Election Commission. So keep watching DN News Online Television. The name is George Cooper. We are live here from the National Election Commission head office here, where sheriffs are now locking this place. They are asked all the employees here, including the commissioners, to vacate this premises, as this place will now be under the control of the court until they can settle with the vendor. So this is DN News Online Television. We are live here in the compound of the headquarters of the National Election Commission, where Sherry are here this morning instituting court measures. I'm told since the vendor took the complaint to the court ruled and asked NEC to pay back the vendor, and they have since then refused to comply with the court mandate. And even they told this guy that they were going to give him a contract, and then he brought in the material, and then they denied him. They started giving contract to Lebanese. Since they have already refused to pay this guy, they decided not to do business with him again, but rather do business with a Lebanese businessman. So we are here, the headquarters of the National Election Commission. So the court has come to lock this place. I'm told this place will remain closed, and all activities here will be seized until they can pay his they can pay back his money owed him. So let's see what happened here. This is DN News Online Television. We are live here at the headquarters of the National Election Commission. So you can see here the sheriff now locking this place. Okay, so you see what here attached and seized by Commercial Court of Liberia. So here are the sheriff. They are here. This is the main entrance of the headquarters of the National Election Commission. So DN News Online Television. The name is George Cooper. We are coming to you live. So we are told that the National Election Commission is owing a vendor that they did business with and refused to pay him his money, and he took them to court, and the court ruled in his favor and asked NEC to settle him. Since then they have refused to settle the vendor, and today the court is here closing this place, asking all the employees, including Director Brown Lasana and all of the commissioners here, to vacate this place. This place will now be under the control of the Commercial Court of Liberia. So what does it mean for the National Election Commission? This is, okay, so you can see here, this is it. This one is from the court. Associate Justice of the Commercial Court signed this writ. So you can see here. Okay, so those of you can read. So can I talk to you guys?
No, we are court officers.
Okay, sir. Thank you. They said they are court officers. they cannot speak to the press. But yeah, they had locked this place already. So this is the main entrance of the National Election Commission that have been closed. What does this mean for the National Election Commission? The code had now as so this is what is happening here at the headquarters of the National Election Commission.
So listen, we'll talk to the lawyer of the commission. Okay. We'll talk to the chairperson and how they should speak to yes, sir. Okay. Now you know.
So we stayed posted here at the headquarters of the National Election Commission. So we will be speaking to a lawyer representing the National Election Commission in a moment from now. We are making an arrangement to speak to the lawyers representing the National Election Commission. And we are told that the lawyer is here. He's in the building with the chairperson. So we are waiting. We will speak to the lawyers. But this is set here at the headquarters of the National Election Commission, where the court have locked the entire building and asked all of the employees, including the various commissioners, to vacate this place. This place will now be under the control of the court until NEC can settle all of the arrears owing this vendor. So you can see for yourself. This is it. So it means that all these vehicles in this compound will not be able to get outside. So everybody who had a vehicle in here now, trust me, they will have to leave the vehicle and then walk and get into different vehicle to get home, because the main entrance is already being locked by the sheriff. So you can see here, this is the main entrance of the National Election Commission headquarters. So this entrance has been locked and the key has been taken away by the sheriff. So what does this mean for people, for employees in this building? Okay, so Tibla Reese is coming outside. One of the commissioners, Tibla Reese, having to be the one of the commissioners here at the Election Commission headquarters. So she's in the building, but there's no way that any employees in this particular compound can step out, because the main entrance has been locked by the sheriff and the keys have been taken away. So what does it mean for employees in this compound? So Tibla Reese is one of the commissioners here at the National Election Commission. Okay, so she's Tibla Reese. She's one of the commissioners here. But the main entrance has already been locked by the sheriff. Yeah, but your vehicle cannot go out. But what does it mean for the National Election Commission? So you see, she's one of the commissioners here, Tibla Reese. She can speak to the press. She's asking. So this is very embarrassing. This is very, very embarrassing here at the headquarters of the National Election Commission, where the sheriff locked the main entrance and then took away the keys. So it means that employees and other commissioners here will not have the means to step out of this compound. They have to leave their vehicle here and then get out. So we've been joined by our general manager, Mr. Aaron Cuban, Aaron, welcome to DN News.
Man, welcome me to. Okay, so thanks. According to what we've seen here, but thank you for the coverage so far. What's going on here at the National Elections Commission, we've been following, and we've come to. Just go ahead. I need to take this.
Okay, so my manager have to respond to a very emergency call, but we are here at the headquarters of the National Election Commission, where the sheriff from the commercial court locked the main entrance of the headquarters of the National Election Commission and took away the keys. So the chairperson and co-chair of the National Election Commission, they are all here in their offices, but then they will not be allowed to move out with their vehicle because the main entrance is being sealed up.
So, thank you, Georgie. Thank you for the coverage. So, what we're witnessing here, we've gotten a document, and it's pointing to what we've been told is linked to this entire thing. There's a writ of execution, from the commercial court of Liberia at the Temple of Justice, sitting this August AD 2020. I think there's a little issue here, but this thing has been back as far as June 2025. This is the rate of execution we have here. I say Republic of Liberia to Emmanuel Morris, acting sheriff of the commercial court, or his deputy. You are hereby commanded to seize and expose for sale the land, goods, and chattels of the National Elections Commission, represented by Mrs. Developmental Brown Lassana, Executive Chairperson and Board of Commissioners of the City of Monrovia, Liberia, defended by this Honorable Court on the 3rd day of June 2025. And if the sum realized therefrom be not sufficient to pay the reasonable expense of said seizure and sale, then seize the real properties of the individuals until it shall have raised the sum of US $171,105. So that's the amount the National Elections Commission owe this vendor. And so let me get the plaintiff. The plaintiff is the person who filed this complaint to the court, this lawsuit. The management of M. Tosh Prince Media Incorporated, represented by Mr. Vani A. Famule of the City of Monrovia. Mr. Vani A. Famule of the City of Monrovia is the one. Is the plaintiff in this case, in this versus the National Elections Commission. So the National Elections Commission is owning the M. Tosh Media Incorporated, according to this rate, $171,105 United States dollars. And the rate continues, it says, if you cannot find any assets of interest, land, goods, or charters of the said defendants, you are hereby ordered to bring the living body of its Mrs. Developmental Brown Lassana, Executive Chairperson, Board of Commissioners, and all other authorized officers of said entity, and forthwith bring her or them before the associate judge of the commercial court to be dealt with in the keeping of with the law. And upon receiving from said sale or otherwise said sum of money, you are further commanded to pay over to the above named plaintiff in these proceedings the sum of money necessary to certify the judgment herein, and reserve unto yourself the said cost of court, and you will make your official returns endorsed on the back of this rate of execution as told the form and manner of its service, and for so doing, this shall constitute your legal and sufficient authority. Giving honor my hand and seal of the code this 12th day of August, AD 2025. Code seal, J. Amos F. Boa, Clerk, Commercial Code. So the amount to be collected is $171,105. So what we just read is that. Oh, you want to? You there? Yeah. So the money they lock this place for is $171,105. That is what the court is asking NEC to pay. If NEC cannot pay that amount, if NEC cannot pay that amount, they said they should seize this property, sell the property, and seize the real properties of all the commissioners here. And then if the money cannot reach, they should arrest their living bodies and take their living bodies to the commercial courts. So I don't know, you can see this property. Maybe in Morovia you need a land space. Maybe very close to the boulevard. You can see this place is on Nav Street, just on the boulevard. So you need a property. You can start negotiating with the commercial code now to buy this place, because NEC is unable to pay $170,000 plus, and so maybe NEC is now giving. The commercial code is now giving out the office of the National Elections Commission. Now, some of the things that we may want to know, we want to speak to the press department, but they are reneging, is what type of service these people provided to NEC? When did they provide the service? How long, they've been holding, this vendor? It's a media institution. They're not into broadcast, but they're into multimedia in terms of printing and other things. As you know, NEC does a lot of printing of ballot paper and other things. Promotional work as well. They send jingles to radio stations. I know they hire a particular frame. So the information we're getting here, this group seems to be an advertising frame or a printing frame, because they M-Touch Prints Media Incorporated. So they were given this contract of around $171,105, and NEC is unable to pay that money. So this property, let me just give you a view. This place I land is another part of the place. So this is the conference hall, and this is the main building. So let me just give you a view of how this entire place looks. So it's going off for $171,000 if NEC cannot pay that money. But if maybe you want to buy this place and you believe the place does not cost $171,000, the code also said that other assets, real properties as well can also be given in for sale, so that money can reach. But if they cannot raise that money, they should arrest the living body of these people. So the place is locked. You can see now the National Elections Commission headquarters is locked and is up for sale as per the court ruling. If NEC, maybe they could go into a negotiation, they could go into a payment plan, but if NEC doesn't do that, it means that maybe one morning you wake up and you hear that, or you will see something on this building is here for, it's like for sale. So that's the court ruling. That's why the court has ruled. Sometimes if you listen to the ruling of the court, it sounds funny to you. It sounds like a fun, but that's the law. That's the law, and the law is the law, like Representative Musa Bede will always say. So once the court says that, it sounds funny, it may be like a fun, but it's very serious. That's what the court has said, the commercial code. And so the National Elections Commission, the boys in this court, we've not been able to lay our eyes on Madam Developmental Brown Lasana since we came here. But one person who we've been able to see is the co-chair, Madam Tipla Reeves. She just got out and she was in shock. She said, "My people, we're gonna trouble this so," in our simple Liberian English. my people are gonna trouble this so. Then she walked out. Also in very much shock as it relates to this, decision from the commercial court. But here we are. This is DN News Liberia. My name is Aaron Kuban, Josh Cooper, Chokon, Zach. All of us, we are here this afternoon. Is it in the afternoon, right? Yes, this afternoon, live from the National Elections Commission headquarters. What we see here is that even though they lock this main gate, but there are still access to the smaller gate. People still going in and out because staff are here, they're working. I don't believe the court has that mind to take all of them out of here now, but that's a decision that has been reached. NEC headquarters on Nav Street has been locked. It according to the ruling, according to the instruction to the sheriff, that this place should be seized. It should be sold out, and if the money can reach 171,000, then they should find other properties of our real properties and it be sold out, and then you can get the money. But I believe this place worth more than 171,000. But the court will always leave that room. For instance, if somebody owes you 171,000 and a person asset worth only 50,000, okay, it worth the person in the main building that is maybe like a collateral, so it worth only 50,000. The court will leave that room that if you sell that place for 50,000, if the money can reach, then increase it further to maybe get other properties, get the person card, and get other individuals who are going to other properties, like the personal property, their real property as well can be added to it, and then you can sell it until you reach that money. But I know the NEC headquarters here is value way beyond that money, and maybe they will sell portion of it, or they will go into an agreement. But that is the ruling of the commercial code. For those of you maybe just joining us, let's read exactly what the code said again. Republic of Liberia, in the Commercial Code of Liberia, Temple of Justice, Mosuaro County, sitting August 10, AD 20. It should be 2025, I believe. Before His Honor, Chan A. Pega, Coach Josh Pega, Associate Judge, the management of M. Tosh Prince Media Incorporated, represented by Mr. Vani A. Famule of the City of Monrovia, Liberia, plaintiff versus the National Elections Commission, represented by Mrs. Developmental Brown Lasana, Executive Chairperson and Board of Commissioners of the City of Monrovia, Liberia, defendant, action of debt, rate of execution, Republic of Liberia, to Emmanuel Morris, acting sheriff of the Commercial Court of, or his deputy. Greetings. You are hereby commanded to seize and expose for sale. So when you seize the property, expose it for sale, meaning you can put for sale on it, and everywhere you can put it there that this property is for sale. Expose for sale the land, goods, and charters of the National Elections Commission, represented by Mrs. Developmental Brown Lasana, Executive Chairperson and Board of Commissioners of the City of Monrovia, Liberia, defended by this honorable court on the 3rd day of June AD 2025. And if the sum realized therefrom be not sufficient, so the money that you get after you sell the place, if the money is not sufficient to be paid, the reasonable expense of said seizure and sale, then seize the real properties until it shall have raised the sum of 171,000. That's the.
Ask the question.
Good afternoon, Madam Chairperson of the National Elections Commission. The media is here with you. The main entrance of the commission has been locked by sheriffs from the commercial court. What's the reaction?
Well, what I can say, is that I'll have to consult with the legal section to know exactly what is happening here. That's it.
Are you not
aware of the raid?
Shut it down. This place.
You have been here and you saw me just walking, right?
Did you not receive any citation from the court?
I wouldn't know. I have to consult the legal section to know what is going on.
In the grapevine, you did not hear anything about legal issue relating to
I will
payment
have
of
to consult the legal
170,000.
section
Is there outstanding
to
debt
know
for
what
NEC?
is going on.
Is there
Are you
outstanding debt for
surprised?
Thank you,
NEC?
sir. Thank you.
Okay, that's the chairperson of the National Elections Commission in her usual way of dodging questions. As you know, usual way of dodging questions most of the time when you ask her. That's exactly what she has done again to the press here, that she needs to consult the legal section to know what is going on here. She's not aware. She just came this morning and met this entire place. It's locked and she's not aware. And which is very much unbelievable. Okay, very much unbelievable. And if you look at so how did the National Elections Commission how did they become indebted to this company and this vendor, but it is what it is. It's great that we had the chairperson here, but she has just arrived. Yeah, she says she's not aware of what is going on. She's just coming. She's going to consult the legal team, and the legal team. So while we were reading this document, the chairperson of the National Elections Commission, Developmental Brown Lasana, walked in here, but she dodged the question. That was a complete dodging of the question. But the rate is saying that if Madam Developmental Brown Lasana is unable to pay this money that is to the National Elections Commission, her living body should be turned over to the court along with all other authorized officers of said entity, for we bring her and them before the associate judge of the. So you should carry them before Judge Pega. So I don't know. We could have asked her more questions whether she received citation, but I asked her that as well as to whether she has gone to the court since this entire thing has been lingering as well. So this is DN News Liberia. This is DN News Liberia, and we are staying here this afternoon from the National Elections Commission. So the chairperson just walked in here.
Are you sure? What's up? No. You gonna wait, man? So we stay here at the headquarters of the National Commission. So the co-chair, Tibla Reese, she's here well dressed up and all black. So you can see the co-chair just walking around. Her vehicle is in here and the place has been locked. She's Tibla Reese. She's saying she had a meeting. So here's the building. So these are still NEC vehicle stay parked here. This is the headquarters of the National Election Commission. These headquarters have been locked by the sheriff from the commercial court, and they are all standing here. So employees are all standing outside when they are very vehicles are still parked in the compound, and then the compound is being locked by the sheriff from the court. So you can see here, this is where we are. This is the headquarters of the National Election Commission. So you see employees standing outside here, they are just confused. You know. They didn't know that they were going to lock this place. Employees are saying they didn't know they were going to lock this place. So we are touring the compound of the headquarters of the National Election Commission. So you see here, this is the compound of the National Election Commission. This is a building. So you see here, this is the building here. This building. Okay. So we here. This is the headquarters of the Election Commission. This is a serious embarrassment. The commission office have been locked by sheriff from the court. So we are just touring. See, these are all employees, a vehicle parked in this compound, and then the sheriff locked the main entrance, took away the keys. So it means that all these vehicles remain parked here until NEC can settle their arrears. The 100,000 plus that the vendors have to be paid before the court can open this gate, or else this property will be seized by the court, and the court will have to sell this property to settle the vendors. And if the money does not reach to that amount, of course, they will arrest the living body of all the commissioners here at the National Election Commission. So the name is George Cooper, DN News Online Television. We are here in a compound of the National Election Commission. So you see the building. This is the building. Here, see? So the sheriff stay here. I think they're coming to lock the other side. They went to purchase lock for the other entrance. Says that I stay available to the commission here. So probably they are looking at lock before they bust it. So let's follow the sheriff. The sheriff stay here trying to lock the other side. So keep following us, share the live, make your comments. The headline is that the headquarters of the National Election Commission have been locked by the sheriff from the commercial court after they refused to pay money owing. Okay, so the sheriff is here. This is what is happening. So it's a new lock the sheriff bought. Like this place. Making sure that no one gets access of the outside. So okay. So the sheriff just like the other side, and employees in his compound are complaining, and they are saying that they are supposed to allow them to get that vehicle out before locking the entrance. So let's hear from the employee who are raising concern. So our vehicles are not nice vehicles. It is our private vehicle. So employees here, they are all smiling, and they are saying they are still making fun out of this. But again, it's very serious. So this is DN News. The name is George Cooper. We are live here from the headquarters of the National Election Commission. So the whole compound has been sealed up by the sheriff from the commercial court. You see here is the compound. This is the building.